Another increase in Blue Jay sales. Our CDs are practically jumping off the shelves.
And Indigo is still turning people away at the door.
Who would have thought the music festival would have such an impact on our little label?
You did. The festival may have been Rachel's idea, but your experience made it real and a success.
And I suppose you had nothing to do with it.
But until I met you, I'd never seen so much clean money. It didn't interest me.
And now it does?
You do. I mean, you're 100% legit, and yet you still managed to make polite dinner conversation about my rap sheet.
Hey, art smuggling is a fun topic. Besides, what do you think I'd do, run screaming from the restaurant?
Maybe.
Not my style. I may be demanding and judgmental, but I'm always cool.
Ah, and full of surprises. Last night's performance, for example.
Ah, you've heard me sing before.
But humming a few bars of a tune with a mixologist hardly prepared me for At Last.
It is one of my favorites.
Mine, too. Now.
Good morning.
Hey, Rachel.
Hello. Now, you are in much too good a mood for someone who likes to sleep till noon. What's up?
Well, check it out. Jakara is a star.
Oh, God, overqualified. Completely underqualified. Doesn't speak English. Hello? This is America. Why don't people speak English? It's ridiculous. I give up. I give up. I hope my temper tantrum isn't interfering with your reading.
Read this review, honey.
When Tracy Mitchell's quartet abruptly walked off the stage last night at Lanvia's Club Indigo, this critic was prepared to walk out the door. So?
Keep reading.
But then I would have deprived myself of the knockout voice of the evening's unlikely savior, the founder of Blue Jay Music, Miss Jakara Principal. Hey, that's my client.
Jakara is your client?
Yeah.
RJ's already got her in trouble with the police?
Rather than bore you with that old statement of attorney-client confidentiality, why don't I just say RJ has nothing to do with it? How about that?
That works for me.
Oh, what the heck? The last batch had dog slobber on it, and I'd much rather neck.
Sorry. Ordinarily, I leave my hot tubbers to their own devices.
That's great, Max. Goodbye.
But I'm afraid I really have to interrupt.
Why?
I need a lawyer.
My mother always said my face would freeze like that.
What?
Try a smile, kid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll work on it.
How about Dorian?
She's sleeping in. She's still, pretty upset about yesterday.
So why don't you and Cassie just drop it? Obviously, she's not going to tell you anything, Mel.
Is that what you want?
It's her childhood.
And Addie's. And your mother's.
Well, I can't speak for them.
Maybe somebody should.
Why? That is not going to change anything. They're sick, Mel. Okay, and digging in some family secret is not going to make any of them better.
Maybe not.
You disagree?
I do. When I see you getting so upset like this. What are you afraid of?
That it isn't over. That whatever it is that made Addie and my mother both go crazy is the same thing that made Blair push Taya out that window. if I am the next one to flip out?
One life to live.
DC. No one is going to flip out.
Blair has asked Taya.
That was an accident. Blair was on the brink of losing her daughter.
Blair's on the brink, period, Mel.
Honey, calm down. Blair isn't about to lose her mind, and neither are you.
Well, isn't that why you're asking all these questions? Because you think that we're insane?
Of course not. I think you're scared. And I know Dorian is, and that just doesn't seem right to me.
Dorian has always done everything for me.
Shouldn't we do something for her now?
I don't know if I could help, even if I wanted to, Mel. You said that my mother's riding accident could somehow be important, but I've told you everything I know about that.
She and Dorian were racing. Melinda was thrown from the horse.
Yes.
And her injuries ended your mother's musical career.
Yes, and that's all I know.
Well, maybe Melinda will remember more details. Have you given any more thought to paying her a visit?
Ian and I discussed it last night.
And?
And I'm sorry. I cannot see her. I can't.
Okay. It's your decision.
You don't understand. You don't know what she's like. She'd be fine for 1 minute, and then something would set her off.
Like what?
I don't know, anything. A lamp. When I was 9, I had my best friend over to play. We were playing tag in the living room, and I bumped into a table, and I knocked over a lamp. It was French, I think, and the base had a figurine of a little girl, and she was in a yellow dress. And I still remember seeing all the broken pieces on the floor. And my mother rushed in, and she heard the crash, and when she saw all the broken little pieces, she froze. And it was so quiet. And then she started to shake and scream at me and cry, and she just kept crying. She cried all day. And the next morning, she would not come out of her room, and, you know, I got scared. I didn't know what to do. So I called the doctor. She kept his number on the refrigerator.
And he came?
Yes, he came with everybody from the hospital. And they went into her bedroom. And they stayed for a very long time. And then they finally came out. And they said they needed to take her away. And she walked by me like she didn't even know I was there.
She was probably very heavily sedated, honey.
Probably.
You know it wasn't your fault, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I did it then.
Don't you want an explanation? The truth. I mean, your mother's under medication now. She can't hurt you.
Really? You stay here. I'm gonna go show you something.
2 words, Max. Office hours.
How do you mean?
1 word. Appointment.
Oh, come on, Nora. As long as I've known you, you've never been one to stand on ceremony.
Sitting down. In a hot tub. In a bathing suit.
And have I mentioned just how terrific you look?
You gotta be kidding me. What happened to your own lawyer?
He's in Mexico. Probably with my accountant. Which is why I would really, really, really appreciate it if someone could just look at this as soon as possible.
Here.
Oh, honey.
Give me this. Party of the first part. Blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? You're buying all of Ian's shares in your waterfront deal?
I thought you two were all psyched up about that development project.
Oh, we were.
Well, what happened?
Philosophical differences.
Because of the breakup of you and Maggie?
Yeah. You know, twin brother thinks he feels her pain kind of thing. Ian threatened me with selling his share of our property to Asa if I didn't buy him out in cash within 24 hours, no less.
How in the world did you raise the money?
Took a real big mortgage on this hot tub.
You borrowed against Serenity Springs?
I didn't have much choice. And at least I didn't have to borrow money from First National Bank of Asa.
Do me a favor. The next time you get desperate, come to see me. Okay? I have lower interest rates, and I don't share my father's penchant for foreclosing, okay?
I appreciate that, but I really hope it never comes to that. Nora.
Yeah, okay. Everything seems to be in order.
Great. At least there's one thing in my life.
Hey, you don't know from chaos. I know chaos. My assistant quit.
That's gruesome.
Hey, nobody's blaming you because you feel down, okay? I know it's gotta hurt, loss of Maggie. But you know, this whole thing with Ian, it's money. You'll make it back, you always do. Max, you gotta think about the positive aspects of your life. You know, you got your health, you got your kids, they're terrific kids. Hey, no matter what goes wrong, you will always have your kids, right?
Why is Jakara Principal hiding behind the scenes when she so clearly belongs center stage? Wow, that's quite a review.
It's a start.
Oh, please.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hear me out. Did this so-called critic even once mention your vocal range?
Yes, he said you had an excellent vocal range.
But what about stage presence? I mean, he barely even touched on that.
Oh, he said she had quite a stage presence.
And that dress. He completely overlooked your beautiful dress.
I do love that dress.
And it loves you.
Hello. Uncle RJ, I think you're laying it on a bit thick.
Oh, hush, Joe. This is my kind of review.
Oh, maybe I missed my calling.
Am I too late for the after party?
You obviously saw the paper.
I surely did.
Well, how come you never told us Jakara was a singer?
You never asked. Good, isn't she?
Oh, please, Gabriel, don't get RJ started again.
Oh, I was just warming up.
Well, it's time to cool down. Last night's performance was a one-time deal. I won't be doing any encores. I prefer hiding behind the scenes, like the man said. I have a record company to run. And we just finished going over some numbers, and I'm very happy to report that Blue Jay is flying high.
So I noticed.
Obviously, we found our audience.
Yes, indeed. I have a lot of work ahead of me. RJ, how about a cup of coffee?
Sure thing. Excuse me.
We've got a problem.
So, what's up with you and Mr. Smooth?
RJ?
It's just I've never seen him so attentive. Must have had quite a dinner last night.
No, we had a good time. RJ is quite a conversationalist.
Really? What did you discuss?
Art.
You see, that sounds serious. Is there anything I should be worried about?
About?
Well, my boss going on a date with my other boss.
It was not a date. Even though doesn't mean I don't find RJ attractive.
Shikara?
What? Oh, he's your uncle, Rachel, but look at the man.
Well, okay, I know that you find my uncle attractive, but, why are you then making a play for my father?
I saw him first. It's a joke. Look, Hank's exactly the kind of man I'm looking for. He's dependable and strong and...
Unavailable.
That, too. So relax. I have no intentions of getting personally involved with my business partner or his brother.
Good, because that would be very messy.
I hate messy. Mm-hmm. Which is why a trip to the diner is long overdue. Come with me, I'll buy you breakfast.
I don't think I could handle that one.
Oh, come on. I just want to have a little word with Carlotta.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Please, Rachel, I'm new in this town. I can't afford to have any enemies.
Promise not to make a scene?
Scout's honor.
All right. Let's go. Now.
Great.
Before I change my mind.
Thanks, honey. I knew I could count on you. Let's tell the guys that we're leaving. Rachel and I are off to the diner. Can I get you anything?
Yeah. Peace in my life. So behave.
Do I look like a troublemaker?
Yes, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt anyway.
See you guys later.
Bye, ladies. RJ.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Blue Jay's climbing the charts. That hasn't gone unnoticed, man. I've had visitors.
Some creeps want a piece of the action?
Yep.
We'll blow them all.
I tried.
And?
These are the guys from New York. These are the big boys. They're not gonna give up that easily.
Al went to stay with Gabrielle?
For a while. And what could I do? I mean, I had to let the kid make his own decision.
Wow, that was incredibly unselfish of you, Max.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. Twins already miss him like crazy.
I bet Daddy does, too.
Yeah. But a kid's got to have a chance to get to know his mother, no matter what I think of her. I mean, she only lives an hour away. He'll be home all the time.
Probably hardly noticed he's even gone.
All right.
You don't sound too convincing.
No, I am. Really, I am. It's just that, you know, things are different. You know, when Luna died, I thought I had nothing, and then I slowly built my life back, bit by bit, and, you know, I gave Serenity Springs a go, bought roadies, spent a hell of a lot of time with my kids, and then when Maggie came along, I thought, hey, man, this is it. This is it. Maybe there still is a spot in this world for Max Holden. And this little voice in my head just kept nagging me, saying, you're just kidding yourself. Well, I guess that voice was right. I'm sorry, that just slipped right out of me.
No, it's okay.
You're not alone, Max, you know?
No, I got my mortgage payments. Look, I better get this down to the diner to Ian right away before I end up having to do business with Mr. Buchanan. No offense. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Thanks again, Nora.
There goes one depressed guy.
Oh, my word. We have to do something to help him.
You already did, honey. You gave him free legal advice in a bathing suit.
I'm not talking about that kind of help. We gotta find him a woman.
Is this, what you wanted to show me?
Yeah. It was a Christmas gift from Aunt Dorian when I was 6 years old. And when it came in the mail, I begged my mother to let me open it right now. And she said, no, we have to put it under the Christmas tree and wait.
Go on.
Well, it was wrapped in beautiful golden ribbon with a huge gold bow. And next to the other gifts, it just shined like a star.
What was it?
It was a doll. It was porcelain. It was the most beautiful doll I've ever seen in my life. I called it Dorian. And I carried it around under my arm all day.
Sounds like a happy memory.
Yeah. I remember the smell of pecan pie. But no, it wasn't a happy memory at all.
Why? What happened?
After my bath that night, I couldn't find Dorian. And my mother and I looked all over the house for it. And then finally, my mother called up to me from the kitchen and said, Kelly, I found her. And I'll never forget what she said. Dorian had had an accident.
Ah. Oh, honey, I am so sorry.
Kelly, what's the matter? What are you hiding?
Kelly's, upset about Blair. I was just trying to cheer her up.
Kelly, is that true?
No, not exactly. I was showing Mel this. You remember her, don't you?
Didn't I give this to you on Christmas? What happened to her?
My mother destroyed her.
Oh, Melinda.
I loved her. I loved all the gifts that she ever gave me. I named her Dorian.
Thank you. I'm touched. I'm so sorry. It must have been terrible for you.
It's all right.
No, it's not. Why have you saved this doll all these years when it obviously upsets you so much, and what made you bring it down now?
I was just telling Mel about how Mother was.
My sister was brilliant. Very gifted, just like our mother. And as a girl, she played the piano beautifully.
Why did she stop?
Because she had an accident on a horse.
She fell.
Yes, and she fractured her arm and her wrist and tore the ligaments in her hand. They didn't heal properly. And end of story.
Were you there when it happened?
Now, Mel, what part of end of story don't you understand?
I just thought the accident might have triggered Melinda's first breakdown.
My sister had a chemical imbalance, which they did not know much about in those days. Nowadays, of course, they have wonderful medication, and it is helping her. Progress, that's what I like. Moving forward. You know, I don't like to bring up past sorrows. I like to put them behind me. Sweetie, as hard as that may be for you, I suggest you do the same. Now I'm going to finish getting ready for work. Excuse me.
I'm sorry I put you in the middle of this.
You didn't. I don't know if I agree with Aunt Dorian anymore. I'm beginning to think that you can't bury the past. It's like it comes back anyway.
Honey, the last thing Max Holden needs right now is to start a new relationship. Now, I got a better idea. And this idea is going to help him through all those long, cold, lonely winter nights. We give him a dog named Mud.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's excellent.
But I don't necessarily think that dogs and women are mutually exclusive.
I'm not going to touch that line.
Don't. I mean, there must be lots of women in this pile alone that would think that Max Holden was a terrific guy. I mean, look, here's one right here. Nancy Johnson. Okay? Graduate of Landview University, wants to go to law school. Hey, Max, didn't he date an assistant DA?
Yes, he did, but that was just to pry information out of her. Andy was on trial for selling guns. Remember that?
Okay, forget that one. How about this one? Nina Tiger. Former mud wrestling champion. Ready to take on a new challenge. Ah! It's perfect. Mac's gonna have mud and mud.
Honey?
What? Oh, come on. What's the matter? Max is a mess. You have to admit he does constitute a challenge. And they say that rolling around in mud is very liberating. Well, that's what I've heard. Oh, what's the matter?
Do you know what it is like for the rest of us when you decide to take something on as your own personal mission?
I'm not taking this on as a personal mission. I just think that if somebody needs help with something, and somebody can help someone who needs help with something, then they should do it. I mean, I know that if I needed something, I would want someone like me to come along and help me with what it was that I needed help with.
You see that? There.
What?
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Sweetie, Max is a good guy. He's also a good friend. He's suffering an acute loss right now. He needs a little support. Like someone to help him raise the twins. Okay, it's a personal mission. I'm determined to find him the right woman. No.
Hey, good morning, Max.
Hi, Carlotta. Have you seen Ian? I'm supposed to be meeting him here.
No, not yet. Some coffee?
Yeah, sure. Please.
Thank you. You're welcome. I spoke to Antonio yesterday.
Yeah?
Your sister really seems to be enjoying her new job.
Well, Annie was never happy unless she was chasing bad guys.
Yes. I really miss her.
We all do.
I hope you won't mind my saying so, but, I miss Maggie, too. She did so much for this community.
That's Maggie.
I admire the way she handled Asa Buchanan. She's always so smart.
Smart enough to dump me. You know what? I'll have some scrambled eggs.
Sure enough, coming right up.
Coffee and a blueberry muffin.
And you, Rachel? Muffin?
Yeah, I'll have a carrot.
Good choice.
Carlotta,
You don't have to say anything.
I want to. You and I got off on the wrong foot.
That's one way of putting it.
When I pursued my friendship with Hank, I did not take your relationship with him into consideration.
No, in fact, you completely disregarded it.
That's true. I apologize. You know, I thought since that you and he were having problems and... You know what? It doesn't matter what I thought. The important thing is, I know where I stand with Hank now. And believe me, he made it clear his feelings about you.
Did he?
Absolutely. If I caused you any trouble, it wasn't my intention. And I hope you will find it in your heart to forgive me.
I accept your apology.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But I'm sorry, if you can excuse me, I have another customer.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
You and me both. She's a tough one.
Yeah, and I don't even like carrot muffins.
Then why did you order it?
Because I was nervous.
Hello, Max. You have the money, or are you going back into business with Asa Buchanan?
That's what you wanted.
I'm impressed. I only hope you didn't have to resort to anything underhanded.
Let's get this over with, huh?
Okay. It's a shame that the community has to be the loser here. Although you do run a close second.
You were one step away from having me knock that big fat chip off your shoulder.
Well, that's your prerogative, of course. But I would be compelled to phone Bo Buchanan and file assault charges. And during the interview, you never know what might come up. Perhaps some smoldering information. Now, if I were you, I would focus on all that property that you can't afford to develop. It's been a pleasure, Max.
Oh, a joy. Have a nice trip back to the Mother England.
Oh, I'm not leaving. Staying right here in good old Landview. I have family and friends. One friend in particular whose company I quite enjoy. And as the expression goes, the sun never sets on the British Empire. Ciao. Ian.
Have you heard from Maggie?
Yes.
Does that mean you'll reconsider? That you'll help us uncover whatever's buried in Dorian's past?
Maybe, but she is my family, Mel. And I don't want to go behind her back, and I feel like I already have.
Listen, Kel, let me tell you something. I am not out to get her. Dorian saved my life, for Pete's sake. There I was, drowning at the bottom of a glass, and she pulled me out of it, kicking and screaming, I might add. I mean, I didn't want to be saved. I made that very clear. She refused to give up on me. And I may be alone in feeling this way, but I'm damn glad she did.
You think that Dorian needs to be saved?
I do. I can't explain it. It's a feeling. If I'm wrong, so be it. If I'm right, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't try to help her.
So you think I should see my mother?
I'd be lying if I said no. Finding out the truth about Melinda's accident might be a window into what went wrong in that house. But don't do it for me. Don't even do it for Dorian. Do it for yourself. She's your mother. She won't be around forever.
Now I'm scared. I've been scared all my life.
Bet you'll end up like her.
That I am her.
Well, you're not. And seeing your mother and possibly finding out what happened to her might finally convince you of that.
Tell me what to do.
I can't. But I know you have the strength and the bravery to make the decision on your own. To me, that's all I need to know about your mental health.
I'd finally be free.
It's up to you.
So now I'm supposed to hand over my record company to a bunch of thugs?
They call themselves distributors and like to think of it as sharing.
I do not share. Ask my brother. Man, I busted my butt on this gig. We all did.
Yeah, that's what these guys depend on.
Well, they have no idea what it took to get this label off the ground. I mean, Blue Jay is finally being heard. Man, our CDs are selling.
Yes, they are, and honey attracts flies. But these flies can keep your music off the shelves with one phone call, and I hate to say it, but you knew that going in.
Thank you for reminding me. So what kind of cut are they looking for?
60%.
No way.
It's, non-negotiable.
All right. I see the picture. You set up a meeting with our New York friends. Here.
Hey, how do you plan to handle this?
By handling it.
Well, I don't like the look in your eye.
Just arrange the meeting.
I gotta warn you, stonewalling these guys, not a good idea.
Don't worry. They'll get what they deserve.
I'll call you as soon as I set it up.
You leaving so soon?
Just passing through.
Well, I'll see ya.
Hope I catch your act next time.
That was odd. He wasn't here on business?
Oh, no. No, he just, stopped by to say hello.
Not the Gabe I know. Do I have something to worry about?
Yeah. Lining up a spectacular Blue Jay artist for tonight. Since you stubbornly refuse to perform again, there's the phone.
Yes, sir. Oh, you startled me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Was that Brahms?
Yes. It's a piano concerto I'm particularly fond of.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm going down to the paper. You need a lift?
Well, now that's a nice idea. I'd love to ride with you.
Okay.
Just let me get my purse.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure.
I was hoping the morning sun would have shed some light into the darkness of last night.
Oh, as a matter of fact, it has. That, a good night's sleep, Mel, and you. I've made a decision.
Okay.
I'm going to California to see my mother.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure. I've never been more nervous about something in my life.
Hey, don't be. I'll go with you.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next